Hi, parents of Libra children. Welcome to parental guidance for the month of April. I'm going to have to delay my new setup until May, which is fine. Maybe not that late, but primarily I just want to make sure that all the bugs are worked out, and it's okay that it didn't work out today, and that's all right. So you guys won't be able to like see the cards consistently, but at least you will be able to see them at some point. So let's get into your child's energy. This is this is a storyline for one wave length of energy. This message is not going to apply to everyone, so it may resonate, fully, partly, or not at all, and just be okay with that. So your child, can you see it? Okay. Your child's mood is, the Libra is balanced. They are like really sucking in peace right now. They are really hyper, I don't want to say hyper focusing, but peace is their focus for sure. They're creating like this ball of light around them and just hyper focusing, I said it again, on just what truly matters to maintain that peace. They also have, I don't know how these cards got upside down. Hopefully I didn't move these around too much. Okay, I don't know, maybe I just did it with the first two cards, because this is the third time that I've had to record this message now. They have the peace card again. So the first time, of course, I'm like all like excited, like, wow, they got two peace cards. So this just emphasizes to me that there is a pronounced, they're in a peaceful environment. The situation is peace. The circumstances are one of just a peaceful nature, where they're in a peaceful environment. Peace is being, what's the word I want to use? Like affirmed. It's not the word that I want to use, but that's close enough. Like it's like a confirmation. Like their peace is the environment that they're in is reaffirming, yes, peace is the answer right now. They have 28. They also have 23. You can break these numbers down into a 10, which equals a 1, and a 5 in numerology. When I show you, if I'm able to show you all the cards, you'll see that they all have this theme of this purple hue. What's changing is self-employment for your child. Look, they're the butterfly, and they're just going straight like a beeline to that flower. And the solution is almost to disconnect. Yes. Like at first I was like connect and reverse, but yes, it's asking them to disconnect. And if you can see in all those cards that I showed, there is a level of, this purple hue, even ever so slightly, pink and purple in the cards. So the overall message that I was getting for your littles is somehow it's like they, took a deep breath, sucked it in, and was just like holding a space, not, literally holding their breath, but just like, sucking in this position of peace and seeing peace and only choosing to operate in peace. What's changing is the self-employment. So I got this feeling like they are very independent, and it's like they are taking those gifts, sucking them in, and then just directing them in a very focused way to people who need the help. So I see your child being a light. Like they're going to be sharing their message of peace, and it's going to be very not only therapeutic but encouraging for the people that will hear it. So kudos to them. But it's almost like it's not their time to really be out and about with people. There's some kind of requirement for disconnection. It says, find your center. When we stay connected to our spiritual core, the best and most advantageous paths unfold before us. I think they're operating in their center. I think they're needing to go out spiritually. And I feel like they're, I don't want to say they're already walking on their path, because it is unfolding before them even still. Yeah. I feel like disconnecting from distraction, so that they can focus more, disconnecting from things that stress them out, so that they can better operate in this peace. So I feel like, or what I'm feeling is, your children, some of them may be called upon because they're so peaceful, like, hey, well, then help us do this. It's just for a few, while they're on this journey of like hyper focused towards this goal of independence and sharing something. And it may wear some of them out. And in between this card and this, something's going to transpire after this card that causes this to be necessary, this disconnect. Because, what I was drawn to is I see this woman go towards this being, this light, whether it be a fairy or somebody that's a guide. And, in the reverse, I just felt like falling away from that, and not in a bad way. All the energy, going towards this light, like walking towards the light, which I feel is what they are doing here. There's at some point after they've gotten to that place where it's like, now it's time to retreat and disconnect. I feel that this piece is a buildup, like they're working their way up to something to get to this place. Like that's, all this piece, they're coming to this place, even with the self-employment. And then I feel like when they've reached here, like when they've gotten to this location, when they've met whatever that is, that achievement, then it's like, all right, you've done your job, now go fall away and heal yourself, or get your energy back, or replenish your energy. So it's not going out to connect. I see a drawing inward. Just like they've drawn peace to them, I feel like your child is going to like do one of those. I know it seems very vague. What meaneth this, Lord? I'm hearing the word answer, like answer to prayers. There's an answered prayer for somebody. One of your children have been praying for something. Somebody's child has been praying for a resolution. Like I really, like this person is, your child is really trying to manifest that prayer, like really focused on it. bringing that reality to them. And it could have to do with like, they just want peace. If someone has been, you know, a disruption of peace, they're really focused on bringing that personal peace in for them and creating a bubble of protection. Like in the midst of whatever struggle or trial they've experienced, it's really important for them to draw in and create that external field of protection and peace. I see that they manifested it, like there's a level of calm, like the grass is greener. Like they manifest this protection. But I do see, and this is for a very few number of people, once they manifest it, a peace can be threatened again by the same person. Like they've gotten their peace, they're now well on their journey to get to this part right here. But it's like in between from here to here, there's like somebody who is wanting to, and this is just for a few, but I'm feeling like somebody wants to zap your child's energy again. And then because of that, it's almost like your child has to not start all over again, but withdraw from to get their strength back. I'm doing the best to protect myself is what I'm hearing for somebody. Hmm. And I may have said this in an earlier message that I tried to record, but it's almost like and I'm going to try to say this properly, but it's like your child is preparing a package to deliver. And once that delivery is made, they go back. There's something about growing an intensity of this energy, like creating, manifesting something, some outward manifestation of independence. It's almost like there's even a message that needs to be shared. Like it's like once they said what they needed to, then they disconnect. It's almost like, I feel like for some of your children, it is a strength. Like they're mustering up strength to say something to somebody. They have the platform of peace. They do what they need to do. And it's almost like they have to get away from it. Like they're doing this. I know this. Like this is what this feeling is. This feeling is consistent. They're taking this piece and there's some vulnerability around this transaction from where they are to where they need to go. So them coming out to make this journey, it involves a sense of vulnerability where whatever this is about, it's like them putting themselves out there with this message of peace. It makes them susceptible to be like they have to go out of this peace protection to go and travel to deliver this message. And it's like, you know, once, and I feel a sense of anxiety around this, excuse me, but once they drop this off and once that has been done, it's not really fully clear to me what this means. But once they've, you know, met this, you can't see it. Then they quickly, they have to fall away, almost like there's a divine window of protection. They muster up the courage, you know, they have that peace and that grace protecting them. It's almost like a superhero or saga, some kind of, you know, the winner, like they have to go on some voyage or some quest to go outside of this peaceful place and step outside very quickly into the unknown, the, you know, stuff that's uncertain, to get this message here or accomplish a task. And they very quickly must like fall away and get back before that grace expires. Otherwise, they'll completely lose that peace that they worked so hard to create. What I didn't get a chance to share for you guys, for parents, is that with this message, whatever it is, I saw you guys like making a beeline, much like your child, making your beeline towards a cause. I know these are butterflies and turtles, but I just saw you like you got a message and you felt really compelled, like I gotta go do this, or I have to be a part of this. But you making like a beeline towards something, like a magnetic, like you're pulled, you're compelled to be a part of something. And so that message is laser focused in reverse. Today is all about taking specific action, completing specific tasks to accomplish specific goals. Every thought, every word is a step, and every step gets me closer to that goal. I am razor sharp. This isn't about you. You're not laser focused. You're not directing the ship. You're not controlling the ship. You are allowing yourself to be led to wherever this gravitational pull is pulling you and directing you. Is there any other messages that I need to share with parents of Libras? I feel like I'd like to pull more cards, but it doesn't necessarily need my approval. Like, it doesn't have to make sense to me, you know, in order for me to share it. Just because I'm not getting an understanding of it doesn't mean that it's not the right message. It could have something to do with last month's message about I have something to tell you. But I feel like there's a lot of, it's not secrecy, but your child is protecting their energy. They're protecting, they're growing in this field of whatever it is that means that much to them. Like some kind of, either it's a skill that they're developing, some kind of like intuition, some kind of growth, mental growth. I know it's intellectual for sure. It's a thought process about their confidence, their abilities, their beliefs to be able to do something. They're growing in that strength. The soil, everything is right. Like it's the right environment for this to grow. It's protected while they're, you know, just sitting here. It's like they're in grass or sitting on the grass, but this environment creates an environment. This creates the platform for them to be able to manifest this bigger. And when the time comes, they're going to be released to deliver something. Like, now is my time to shine, or it's almost, I get like a strong burst, like they just, this magnitude increase, and then now it's time to deliver it. but it's like either the awards, the recognition, something that they may get from it, it's not about them. They're not for human consumption. So people are going to be drawn to them about like, that's the vulnerability. They're just here to deliver a message. But people around them are going to be so like, oh, about this message that I feel like a vulnerability that they don't have any control of, that they can't control. I feel a level of anxiety, or like there's some kind of level of protection, like that they don't have. If they stay out too long in whatever this is, then they're going to lose this protection. And that's why they know that there's like some kind of like time clock, like I only have a short amount of time to deliver this message or do something in the public eye. And then once they do this, they quickly have to disconnect from people to recharge this battery. This is the consistent message that I'm getting. I don't know what it pertains to, but to me, it is very certain that this is their energy, where they are just magnifying this. The environment is like, yes, it's a green light, go ahead, go. When the time is right, they're delivering a message to a crowd. I see a play, I see some kind of like presentation, like some kind of performance, martial arts. I see some kind of recital is the word, where they're performing in front of people. And, people are going to want to be like, oh, you're so great. Why don't you do that again? And they're like, oh, I got to go back to my bubble. They found their center. They found their center. They're staying connected to their spiritual core because this is important. And then it's almost like they are recharging their battery for the next round. So that is the message. You are feeling compelled to do something bigger than yourself. You have I'm laser focused in reverse, meaning you're not directing it, but you just feel you can't help yourself. You don't know, you don't have the insight on what this is about, but you just feel compelled to do it. It's like, I don't have the laser focus. I don't know what this is about. I don't know why I'm being called to do this. You didn't orchestrate this. That's the thing. It's saying like, I am laser focused. When you're laser focused, you have your eye on some mark and you are following it, and you're not letting it out of your sight. Put this in reverse. You did not orchestrate this. You are being compelled, and your heart is just being led or drawn. You're like being magnetically directed towards something, and you don't have the full knowledge or awareness or insight on why you are being directed to this thing. You can't be laser focused because of that. So it's a true message. That is the message. I don't know what it pertains to. And in all honesty, I don't need to know what it pertains to. So thank you guys so much for watching. May this bless you. And we'll see you next month with hopefully a setup that works. Take care.